Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Bernardo Silva, as it has been reported that Barcelona are contemplating a January swap for the 100 million euro midfield maestro. We are going to be discussing on that report as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Gerard Piqué. Barcelona players have paid testimony to Gerard Pique with many messages. We are going to be looking at that as well. So guys, before we get right into those stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. The retirement of Gerard Piqué is said to have major implications for Barcelona from both a sporting and financial perspective. While the club now have limited options at centre-back, Piqué's retirement, should also free up a chunk for the club's wage budget, as the veteran defender was one of the highest paid players at Camp Nou. As a matter of fact, Barcelona may even consider a January move for Bernardo Silva in the wake of Piqué's retirement, according to Sport. The Manchester City superstar was one of Barcelona's top targets in the summer transfer window. He was, after all, identified as the desired option for Xavi in his bid to find an ideal partner for Pedri. The Barcelona coach wanted to add more quality to the interior midfield position, especially in the midst of uncertainty around the future of Frenkie de Jong. However, the move did not materialize, as Manchester City were not too keen on offloading their star playmaker. Even if the English giants were to consider a sale, Barcelona were not in a position to afford the Portuguese international, who was valued at around 100 million euros. But with the retirement of Gerard Piqué, Barcelona now feel they are in a position to make a move for Silva in the upcoming January transfer window. Not to mention, the club still have some revenue that they had generated from the economic levers. The club could utilize those resources to make a move for Silva in January, although it remains unlikely that Man City would consider a sale in mid-season. A summer move for the Portuguese international, though, could be a possibility, especially if Man City miss out on another Champions League title. Definitely, Gerard Piqué's retirement from Barcelona will free up a large chunk on our wage bill, and Barcelona will have that leeway to sign some key players. Of course, Piqué was one of the highest paid players at the club, so we expect Barcelona to have some free room, some air breather when it comes to the wage budget, that it can enable them to sign some players. And Bernardo Silva's name has appeared again strongly, and with this report from Sport claiming that a January move for Bernardo Silva is possible now that Barcelona will be surely, just very surely, able to financially get that deal done. But I very much doubt that. Bernardo Silva is still a very key player at Man City, and there is no guarantee that Barca can succeed in that. Of course, mid-season will be so complicated for Man City to leave one of their key players to depart the club. In the summer, Bernardo Silva was one of the most talked about players linked to Barcelona, but the move did not finally materialize. Barcelona never had no money, despite generating those economic levers they used to sign by other players. But Bernardo Silva was seen as too expensive, because his release clause is 100 million euros, and that is the very price that Man City wanted without any negotiations from Barca. But Barca, it was so unrealistic that Barca could make up that amount to pay, because they can never pay up to that amount. Even if the money is there, they will never do that. So Frenkie de Jong's future is still uncertain, as we know, and we know that Frenkie de Jong was pushed by Barca to leave, but he refused to leave because Barca's idea was to bring in Bernardo Silva in Frenkie de Jong's position. But now that we still have Frenkie de Jong playing, and I think he's doing well whenever given the opportunity, I very much doubt if that move will materialize. Definitely Barcelona are still pushing, as reports claim that manager Xavi still wants Bernardo Silva by all costs. If it doesn't work in the January transfer window, of course Xavi will push the ball to make that move happen in the summer next year. But for the move to happen, definitely we expect players like Frankie de Jong to depart the club, which I definitely think won't be an easy thing. So let's see how it goes. Then on to the next story of discussion. Gerard Pique's announcement to retire has come as a huge shock to the football world. While the Spaniard has said time and again that he would not elongate his career to the point of irrelevancy, nobody expected him to hang his boots in the middle of the season. Xavi and the Barcelona captains have not held back on the praise for the legendary defender, with Sergio Busquets even going as far as to say that Pique is the best defender in the club's history. While these are players that have known Gerard Pique for a long time, other Barcelona players have made sure to pay their tribute too. Gerard Pique is not only a club legend, he is a symbolic player. I remember the times I have played against him and what he have fought for. Now, as a teammate, he is a brilliant player who has won everything, Robert Lewandowski said, speaking to Barca TV. Other teammates followed suit, continuing with Frankie de Jong, who emphasized on Pique's importance to Barcelona over the years. Gerard Pique is a very important player for the club. He graduated from the youth academy and has won everything. When you see Barcelona, you identify it with Pique. The video was very emotional. We respect Gerard Pique a lot. He is one of the legends of the club and football. He is a great person and a great player, Frankie de Jong said. Even new signings such as Rafinha and Marcos Alonso made sure to, herald the Spanish international in high glory. The former especially claimed that Pique helped him after his transfer from Leeds United in the summer. He said, "Pique has helped me since the day I arrived at the club. We lived a lot of experiences together and it was a great honor for me to play with him," Rafinha said. He was one of the best defenders in the world ever. He did a lot for the club. In the dressing room, he's a reference for all the teammates. All young players dream of playing with the great players, and Pique is one of them. For me, this was a dream to have the chance to play with him and with many other legends, the Brazilian said. Meanwhile, Alonso said, "Gerard can retire in peace. We have shared the dressing room. He's a great example and has had a great career that any player would want for him. It's a shame for us." Barcelona Athletic goalkeeper Arno Tenas also joined in the testimony, saying, "We know who he is. Within the dressing room, he's a very important figure. He brings a lot to the team. He's very close and makes himself loved. It has been a pleasure to share the dressing room with Pique over the years." So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.